Alright, like they say, Shalom. First and foremost, all praises to Musa, Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham, Okar, Kodash. Right, double honors to the apostles of great millstone. Right, who surely rule us well. Right, salutations to the elect across the four corners of the earth. Right, this will be a quick video concerning this ban that the state of California want to have, this law they want to pass, and hey, this really and truly is music to our ears, because we know the time is at hand and the destruction coming, and we know for one kingdom to come in, one had to be destroyed, right? That's what the scripture say. Kingdom must be destroyed for our next kingdom to come in, right? I like to start off with a scripture from the book of 2 Peter, right? And verse 4, 2 Peter chapter 2 verse 4, right? For if Yahweh power spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell, right? Which, if you receive it, really is this body, right? This body that we have to be living in, right? And deliver them into change of darkness, to be reserved unto judgment. And what is that change of darkness? This body, this wicked, sinful body that we have to be constantly subjected to, right? And spared not the whole world, but saved Noah and 8 persons, a preacher of righteousness. So here we're going on. Anytime the Most High bring in this judgment, right, he has always saved a small remnant, because the majority, like all these big LGBTQ, wherever, people marching, and they say 8 senators, right? 8 of the senators and them in the Congress supporting, sponsoring the bill, right? So they say the bill already in motion, because it's, I think they say 16-15 or some 14-15 or something. So the bill in favor, all who in favor of the bill, they had more votes. So hey, this is a serious thing, right? So anytime the Most High be ready to bring in a judgment, it's a little remnant what has been saved, right? Bringing a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the whole of the ungodly. Because hey, when you see that going on, that's what the Most High going to do. But this time it won't go be flood, it go be fire, right? In the form of the ICBM missiles, right? Intercontinental ballistic missiles, nuclear warheads. That is how the Most High going to rain down hell upon this modern day wickedness, right? And turning not the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah, right? Right? And turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ash, commanded them with a overthrowing, right? Making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly. And what Sodom and Gomorrah was full of, the same shit was going on in America right now and spreading across the whole face of the earth. Because mind you me, any kingdom that ruling, right, them will have influence upon the whole, the king that ruling will have influence upon the whole kingdom, because everybody just look towards the king, right? Because that the man at the time, you is the man, you in charge, right? So here what going on, right? Bringing in, right, to be an example to those that should live after ungodly, right? So here what going on, the Most High destroy this, and it's supposed to be an example for those that will live after, right? By example for who? Those who fear the Most High. Because the rest of them went here, because the same spirits back then, the same spirits here doing the wickedness now, right? And delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. And this is the kind of thing will vex people like me, right? Who trying to be just in the eyesight of the Most High, because them filthy conversation vex me when I see that, and it's sent on the group. When I see that wickedness, that vexes my spirit. Because they want to ban the Bible and anything associated as speaking out against these gays and them, that will be a felon just now. That will be an offense by law, right? And hey, this is beautiful, because you know why? We know the time is at hand. All the sincere from the elders and the apostles, and all the elder brothers and his Akim across the four corners of the earth. This is music to our eyes. Because, hey, we know the time is at hand. The Most High say, when we see these things, rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for the hour is at hand. Right? The scripture going on to say, for that righteous man dwelling among them, in seeing and hearing, vex his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. Right? This foolishness going on had to stop, and it will stop. The time coming, right? Because when a man seeing this every day, it has these so-called Christians and these so-called people who saying, well, we can't do nothing. You understand? We have to leave them. We can't do nothing. Leave the people and them, let it be. That is foolishness, right? That is foolishness, because here what's going on. Ain't nothing supposed to be sliding. Anybody who believe in righteousness, right, and the elect, surely ain't going to be comfortable in this, because watch your moment, Lot was vexed day by day, right? The Lord knowing how to deliver the godly out of temptation. So hey, don't worry, so long as you're sincere, right? Or you ain't in the truth, and you're still watching the brothers and them, and you hear the truth. Hey, now is the time. Now is the high time to rise out of sleep, because here we're going to, the Most High say he know how to deliver, right, the godly out of temptation. So hey, find out what it is you need to start to do to practice godliness, because that is the only how the Most High going to deliver you out of the destruction he going to bring. Because these things is a sign, right? These things is a sign that the Most High going to send judgment. The Most High going to send destruction, right? The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptation, and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished, right? So the Most High will leave them, let it flourish, right? Until the day unto the day of judgment to be punished, right? And I'll read a scripture here from the book of Psalms, right? This is the book of Psalms 92, right? Psalms 92, I will start from 5. Right? I'll start from Psalm 92 verse 5. O Lord, how great are thy works, and thy thoughts are very deep. Right? The Most High thoughts is very deep. Right? A brutish man knoweth not, neither doeth a fool understand this, because they are all fools, vile spirits. Right? Because them feel they gain through. Whether doing it passing in parliament, right? And they gain through. Right? And hey, the Most High say, hey, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So hey, he put a delusion on them to feel like they're gonna get you. And here why? Right, verse 7. When the wicked spring up as grass, and when all their works of iniquity do it flourish, it is that they shall be destroyed forever. So hey, all go ahead, do all the thing. You understand? We will stay here, the men in the truth, prophesying against it until death, or until the Most High Yahweh Basham come back with the chariots to deliver us out of this wickedness. Because the destruction come, and don't feel because all they get sly, because all is fool and all is brutish men, all they understand not this. Right? Well, going back to 2 Peter here, right? I start from verse 10. Right? But chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanliness. That what going on with them? They're walking after the flesh. Right? Because them only studying what the flesh want, not considering that the soul have a judgment to go and face before the Father of spirits. Right? Because hey, I'll read the next scripture here from 2 Corinthians. Right? 2 Corinthians. Second Corinthians chapter 5 verse 10. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of a Mashiach, that every man may receive the things done in his body.